Hello everyone, this is page 4. I'm going to save this problem for another time, and so it's very difficult. It's not covered in our scope and sequence like some of the other problems in the earlier videos. I'm going to focus here on 10, and this actually really does deserve a lot of attention. I did not teach circles well enough, so definitely after the IA we're going to have some focus on circles. Okay, so Bessie is making an apple pie. The top of the pie pan is shown below. Approximately how much pie crust will Bessie need to cover the top of the pie? Use 3.14 as 4 pi. 3.14 is pi. Okay, a couple things here. Some students asked, pie crust, does that mean around the outside, the crust, the outside, maybe the perimeter, the circumference? No. This is the key word here. Cover. Area, the definition, this would be something great in your notes, is the total space. I'm going to use a different color. Total space a shape covers. So think of it kind of like bed covers. Bed covers. I don't know, these are some weird bed covers. Looks more like a piece of bacon. But your covers cover you. They cover the area of you. They don't cover just the outside of your shape. I mean, that would just be, I don't know what that would be. That would just be kind of like a bed frame around you. So it's a total shape a shape covers. Now, another very important definition, perimeter or circumference. I'm sorry, you know what? I'm going to, that looks a little difficult to read. I'm going to write it in a different color. Perimeter. Perimeter. It's the total distance around the shape. Right up here. Circumference is the same thing as perimeter, but circumference here, it's just only for circles. You can have a circumference of a rectangle, only for circles. Okay, let's see if that looks a little bit neater. Okay, there we go. So area is total space around, total space a shape covers, and then maybe here's a pi, but it's this distance right here. It's the distance around the shape. Okay, so the circumference there, or we could have something like this, where we have like a similar bed, and it's the distance around the outside of the shape. Okay, so covers is the key word. Here, this problem, we are looking for area of a circle. That's the key. We're looking for the area of a circle. Okay. Now let's go ahead and dive into the problem. We have a circle, and the diameter is given as 9.5. Now the area of a circle is pi r squared. How can you remember this? How can you remember that this is area and not circumference? I mean, there's 3 different formulas for circles. Here's the key right here. Squared. The exponent, the squared exponent. The exponent tells you we're solving for area. We're solving for the area, not the outside of the shape. Okay. Now, here's what the problem is asking. they're asking for the area. This whole space here. It gives us a weird number though, 9.5. And what do we need? We need the radius. So the radius is going to be half the diameter. So we know we need to divide the 9.5. We need to divide it by 2 to get the radius. So 2 goes into 9 4 times. 2 times 4 is 8. Minus is 1. Bring down the 5. Decimal point. 2 goes into 15. 7 times. Did I do something wrong? 2 times 7? I don't think so. Nope. Okay. 14 minus 1. Bring down another 0. Now 2 goes into 10 5 times. So this right here, this number right here, is our radius. Once we have the radius, we can do basically anything we want with the circle. So let's go ahead now, take our value of the radius and plug it in here. But it's going to be really, well, let's write it out. Okay, let me pick another color. Blue, nice bright blue. Okay, so we have area is equal to pi times 4.75 squared. I'm going to be honest with you, this is just going to be really obnoxious multiplication. But now, look at the answers. The answers are not in weird decimals. It didn't look like they multiplied by pi. It didn't look like they multiplied by 4.75. What's the deal here? Well, here's the key. Approximately. What does approximately mean? Approximate means about. Round. Something near it. So we don't need to multiply by 4.75. Instead, let's do this. Let me pick a nice pink. Let's round this to 5 squared because we don't need an exact answer. We're just trying to find the closest answer. And also these answers are pretty far apart enough that if I think I do a close enough job of rounding, I think I'm still going to have my answer. So 5 squared, make sure that you do this squaring before you multiply by pi. 5 squared is the same thing as 5 times 5. Okay, so now we have 5 times 5, which is equal to 25. I'm writing it over here because this is how you usually write it. Pi kind of looks like a variable there. 25 pi. So I'm close. Now, there will be some cases where we want to multiply by 3.14. But here it's approximately. So I will say, it is okay, I'm just going to come up here. It's okay to round pi to 3, because it's approximately. Now we have 25 times 3. Now remember, these parentheses right here mean, and if they're right next to a number, means multiplication. I'm just going to write this here. Parentheses next to a number mean multiplication. Yes, actually I'm going to write it out. Multiplication. I know that kind of got messy, I'm sorry. So 3 times 25 is going to be equal to 75. And let's see what the units are. Inches squared. Okay, so that's my rounded answer. And actually, here's an important distinction. Instead of equals, a squiggly equation symbol like that means approximately. I'm just going to mark that as well. I'll do this here. means approximately or close. Okay, so what is my answer closest to? Well, it's not even close to 25. It's not even close to 30. It's not even close to 50. The answer is clear. It's 71. Darn. Okay, I completely modeled the problem that I wanted you guys to do. So this is what I want you to do. Go ahead and zoom out, and you can look at the notes that I took. If you'd like credit for this problem, please solve this problem. See, the problem is 10. I want you to give alternate problem. And please write this in your test. Alternate problem. The diameter is 14.8. Solve for the approximate area. All right. Thank you very much.